Hey there, gorgeous gays, version 2 here with Let's Play Yakuza. Today we're gonna beat up people. I know that sounds like a lot of Yakuza streams, but in this one we're doing it in a more prim and proper manner, and by that I mean an underground fighting ring. And then we're gonna see the Minister for Defense. Great idea to do those two things in a row. Actually, we did hostesses last time. I've not changed out my items. Let's do that before I go to go fight people. Let's not try and charm... No, not disguise. Let's try and not charm our way into the pants of the people we're about to fight. I feel like that probably won't get us very far. Probably not. Underground fighting ring and then the DA building. Both equally refined. Which one is filled with more crime? Oh, all my rage items. Although I think we literally discussed this there in the Colosseum. My best is just Tiger Skin and Shisa, aren't they? Like, Tiger Skin's just good because it's 333 on everything. Like, there's abilities on some of the accessories, but none of the abilities are like... What's that thing? Good? And this has 5, but it just doesn't have blades or guns. Ah, fuck it, I'll take that, actually. For when we fight people who aren't using either blades or guns. Actually, also healing items. I'm very low on healing items. I feel like I'm always really low on healing items. I need to just go in between sessions and just stack up a bunch in my item box of double X Staminams. All the items you might actually want just end up being Colosseum exclusive. I feel like this happens in several of these games. The exception was like Kamiyama in 2. Because Kamiyama in 2 was just spend a shitload of money at his shop. And then you got some good gear out of it. Thing is, again, I like the Colosseum. I like the combat in this game. I like the unique situations Colosseum puts you in. It's just... It's a lot of grinding, so I'm not going to finish it, because it doesn't have sub-stories attached to it. It's something I still want to experience, and it's still something I enjoy doing, and hell, if I was playing these games on my... What am I examining? Oh, I didn't even see a glowy, I just saw that, okay. Oh, there's an item box right there. I forget the phone is here. Thing is, if I was playing these games on my own and not streaming them, I would probably do a lot more of this. We did it in Kiwami because we had to for Kamaki's training. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it's like the one time that it's been required for the story. Wow, nice lamp. I honestly was wondering if that's what he was going to say. Welcome to the Underground Colosseum. It is actually open. You'll have to register so we can take a fight. We literally had a fight in here before. Tournaments held between 8 contenders or 8 teams. Wait, what? That's a lot more than usual. Matches of no tournaments can only be won by knockout. Use weapons is strictly forbidden. Health recovers 30% in between. Champion receives 500 skill points. Wait, what? This feels very different. This feels very different. It's basically just the usual don't worry about specifics, just beat people up. Okay. Because I'm thinking about the previous games where there's so many different cups or like so many different tournaments that have all these different fucking rules. Any weapon you can't use defensive gear. I think that's been the case before, but I keep forgetting that. Cannot participate in fine. Street fight, deadly okay, so there are still the cups are still different, but it's just they may not be as specific. Alright, deadly weapons, Grand Prix for Street Fighters, pick shit up and beat people with it. And exhibition is just rookie fighters. Bam! That's a lot of people! That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. With some names that I recognize. Just not from the characters I'm thinking I'm meant to be recognizing them from. Because this game was made before that game. God. The amount of times that Yakuza games have used the name Tachibana since 0, and I'm just like, every time I see that, I'm just, oh.
Kiryu Kazuma versus Street Fighter Muhai Uematsu Keisuke.
The undefeated Sasuke Uematsu. Don't forget special heat moves. Are they the fence ones? Are they fence ones? Ow. Oh! Grind their face against it. Ooh. Ooh. Just die already. Ugh. Bound off the walls. Grab near fence and grab back near fence. Grabbing backs is so hard though. It's so hard in this game.
Versus
Style volleyball. I like how Kiryu always starts the fight with like he's I don't know if he always does, but at least in the last two, he faces his back towards the crowd. Cause he gotta show off that dragon shit. Okay, well I didn't quite get it, but that's fine. Shouldn't be sent forward or should put Kiryu in a tournament with rookies. Like surely they would understand what they're doing and say, okay, Kiryu, you can start at one of the higher up categories first. Oh, jeez. Ugh. Volleyball's like unironically one of the worst. Ugh. Oh! Oh, Kiryu! Jesus! Jesus Christ, Kiryu! Okay, so it's still 3 fights. They just give you 8 people, and it is meant to be like elimination the whole way up. And there's that. That is, oh! I've mentioned it before, but fuck, this game has good heat moves. Like holy shit! Like this game just it hits harder than just in general heat moves hit harder in this than usual. Like there's just some extra spice to them that they've got going on. Can I? Yeah, let's go! Ugh. Ugh. Oh damn, dude's still got a lot of health left. Ugh. Maki knockback is ridiculously useful. Like it stops them from doing their shit. Oh, there we go. Ugh. Honestly, the best way to utilize someone being down is to probably charge up the charge attacks. Getting a single kick in is not useful. You know, assuming I'm not like picking them up or doing heat move on them on the ground or something like that. Yes, I'm trying to bait out a Kamaki parry. How could you tell? Oh, come on. Oh, the two tag team probably don't want to grind to get the tag team matches. Probably not. I mean, I'd be willing to do it off camera. I would be willing to grind it off camera to show off, like, on stream. The, that. But, yeah, I wouldn't be willing to, like, grind it on stream to show it off. Ugh. Just kick him in the dick. Having a really hard time trying to Kamaki parry this dude. This dude's been on so little health for so long. God damn it. Holy shit! Holy shit! Okay, the shoulder barge has a new technique. Stun them for long enough, like stagger them for long enough by hitting them, that you end up behind them to get a back combo. Oh, the shoulder tackle actually does that. Oh shit. Game has less of a focus on fancy choreographed heat moves and more just hit them where it hurts. As the thing, if the heat moves aren't like hyper choreographed in this game, the cinematography is great. Also, didn't know if I misremember the choreographed and it was bothering the shit out of me. I will say, like, there's a couple that are, like, fancy choreographed moves, and they're all, like, revelations and stuff like that. But even on, like, basic Heat moves, the cinematography is fantastic. The game is really good at showing camera angles and, like, having those vignettes of color blast up and the effects on things. The game's really good at selling the impact on those with that, which is where I think Kiwami 2 is at its weakest with its Heat moves, is the fact that what Kiryu is doing is brutal as fuck. I just don't think how they show it is as good as selling the impact. Sometimes the impact just feels a bit weak. Where this can, like, have moments where it slows down on the hit that's really focused, or, like, the blast of color that happens, or just the way the camera zooms in on, like, right on the impact point and stuff like that. The best example being the one where Kiryu jumps over the fucking fence. Like, when he kicks him in the back, he jumps over, which is a little bit slow, and it basically zooms into, like, pretty quickly into him doing the kick, like, back, and then it slows down on his face landing on them, and then it speeds up again as they fall to the ground, and it's just like, oh, mwah. Like, it just sells the impact so much. It's fantastic. And yeah, there is definitely, like, a brutal ferocity that he has in this that he doesn't have in some of the others. Like, some of them are just pure raw takedowns. And some of them are very much reliant on the fact that he's a street fighter who knows martial arts. Use that ferocity combined with, like, the specificness or the efficiency of what martial arts do, but with just, like, this ferocity of a street fighter. And I think this, like, the Heat moves in this game also do a good job of that. Like, look at something like, his baseball bat Heat move. Like, the baseball Heat bat move is just slug them in the fucking legs to start with. And then, like, he actually winds up and does, like, a full-on fucking swing. And I know I talk about that one a lot, because I love it so much. But, like, it's so well done. Like, when he gets his most choreographed attacks is actually with weapons. Like, you see him with the taiko sticks, or the spears and stuff, or the katanas, and that's his most choreographed stuff. Like, he trained with people to actually learn how to do that shit properly, and so he's good at it. Ow! Okay. Much. Whoa, Jesus! Get fucked on! Oh, be that way. Be that way. Nice. And there we go. And dead? Not dead. Damn, the Heat move didn't do much damage. There we go. There we go. I still think it's nice that in 0 and at the start of 1, he holds swords like he holds a pipe or something until Kamaki trains him on it. Yeah, and then because that's the thing, in 0, he doesn't learn weapons. You can't use taiko sticks or nunchucks or any of that in 0. It's all Majima. Like, at that point, he, like, it's a good thing of just, like, really showing you just how untrained he is in that, compared to the other things. So, like, mostly in 0, he gets by on pure resolve. And you can tell that he's, like, trying to find his style, because he's got the literal different styles. And they've all got their own strengths and weaknesses and stuff like that. And then you get to the point where he's got styles like this, which is the dragon style. And the dragon style doesn't really have any weaknesses. Like, the dragon style doesn't have anything that you can specifically define as, oh, it's not good at this. It's pretty effective, like, overall. Like, he can do a lot with the dragon style, now that he's, like, found his footing. Dragon style's weaknesses, needing to grind several years at the Colosseum. You can see a bit of each of his old style in Dragon's got speed, ferocity, and versatility all in one. Exactly, yeah. Like, from a gameplay perspective, it does give you way more options in that game, which, like, Yakuza 0 was made well and truly after the other ones. So it makes sense that you've got more options and stuff like that to play around with. But you can very much tell that it is a Kiryu who isn't, like, he hasn't found his footing in a fight yet. he knows how to focus on something that he's good at, but he doesn't know how to like make up for other things in that. But like, yeah, in the Dragon and Dojima style, like, obviously the Brawler style is where it's based the most off of, but like in the Brawler style, you can't do some of the ridiculous shit of just like powering through attacks or just have these really heavy hits that use your full body ferocity the way that the Dragon, the way that something like the Beast style does. And he's faster in Dragon style than in Brawler style because he learns how to speed up like the time between his attacks and stuff like that. It's just, like, again, you have less to play around with in the, like, because you don't have literally 4 different styles to play with. God, they did so little damage. Evil Bob, it's an Amir. You're not wrong, actually. You're not wrong, yeah. Damn it. I don't know how to make that shoulder tackle appear behind him like I did that other dude. Hit me, hit me, hit me. And I find the way that Kiryu fights to be really interesting, just from like a character design perspective and also just a fighting perspective. Like how well he just combines like, it's video gamey as shit, character-wise it makes a lot of sense, and just like it's very interesting. Whereas Majima leans way more into anime ridiculousness. Like the shit that Majima does, you couldn't replicate in any capacity in real life. But he's more of a ridiculous character, so that makes a lot of sense. Damn it. It's more focused, like comparing Dante to Nero. Yeah, literally that. Yeah, literally that. Literally that. And which character do I prefer in Devil May Cry to play as? I prefer Nero. I don't need a million options if every option that I have in a smaller kit is good. And like everything has a specific purpose and everything's as useful as each other. We were also literally in an LP that we were playing recently that also came up in Deathloop. Deathloop has like 8 weapons or so. It like Deathloop doesn't have many weapons at all. But all of them serve a very specific purpose and all of them serve that purpose very well. So you don't need more. There we go. I love how the dodge, a strong attack thing, it is just, it makes people instantly drop their weapons. I love it. But there's definitely faster ways for me to take on the people that I'm trying to do right now. They just constantly block and it's hard for me to get around that. Majima anime? Never. Never, never, never. He's not ridiculous. What are you talking about? That gave me 5 levels. Nickname's been upgraded. You can check it out from the menu. That gave me 5 levels that fight. This is actually going to be half decent when you get up there. Kiryu, techniques learned from an ancient martial arts hunter and honed on the streets. Majima, knife speed! I mean, the single most ridiculous fighting style that any character, including people that you fight against, yeah, even including people like Arase, the single most ridiculous thing is breaker style. You're really telling me that Majima can spin, like, breakdance spin on his back the way that he does, with his legs perfectly sticking out, hitting people with his legs, and he's able to keep his legs perfectly rock solid out to the side as he sweeps through people while spinning on his back? Bullshit. But it's fucking hilarious to witness, so who cares? Everyone's, oh god, that, and now I'm being reminded of the fights in that were annoying. Oh dear god. Alright, well, let's have another one of these. I'm enjoying my combat, I want to do more combat. I'm also now realizing, not the shit on the Dragon engine, like I do constantly, but with Kiwami 2. But if there's something, when I was playing Kiwami 2, it was a hard thing for me to think of, like, what about this feels like not what I'm thinking it should do compared to the previous games, just in a general movement sense. And like, it's partially with the physics engine, but it's what they want you to do with the physics engine. Kiryu's movement in that is like very fluid, where like he glides around, his movement around is like he moves a lot and stuff like that. Whereas like this game, because it's a more older, jankier system, because it's literally a PS3 game as opposed to end of life cycle PS4, you're way more rooted in place. Your movement is way more tight and specific. Like when Kiryu moves, it's very clear he's locked into certain movements that he can do and stuff like that. Like freedom of movement doesn't exist anywhere near as much. He's locked into certain things. He takes certain steps and stuff like that. Where I feel like a lot of that aspect of Kiryu's fighting style is taken away in the Dragon system because of the physics. They want Kiryu to be able to walk around realistically like a fucking person. Kiryu can't do this shit in the Dragon Engine, right? Like he can't do this. He can't do this. Where, like if he collides with stuff, he's going to move around on it and everything like that. And I don't know, it's just like I feel like Kiryu's fighting style just suits something that is a little bit more locked in place without that freedom to it. Kiryu's a way more grounded person, which is funny because it's taking away the realism that makes him feel like that. He shouldn't feel like someone who can glide around the place, because that's not who he is. Whether it's the benefit or detriment, the Dragon Engine is very fluid. And that's... I do have to wonder. Would other characters or other fighting styles suit the Dragon Engine more than Kiryu? Like, obviously the grab system is broken. Like, the grab system is straight up broken in, the Dragon Engine and doesn't work properly, and I always bitch about that. But, like, my issues with it just not feeling as satisfying is that because of who Kiryu is. Kiryu shouldn't feel like he does in the Dragon Engine, because that's not who Kiryu is, personality-wise, and even combat-wise. From when the Judgment, I feel like I can say yes. See, that makes me happy. Because the thing is, I don't remember having those issues with Majima for, like, the 4 seconds that I played him in Kiwami 2. Majima's knife has demonic magic lightning. For no reason. It's just because he's Majima. It's called the Demon Fire Dagger. That shit's gotta be something special. Okay, what is actually happening right now? What is actually happening? What the fuck? Come on! What is going on here? That felt like actual cheating. What the fuck? Getting bullied by the volleyball fist. Not at all how that should work. I literally got stun comboed. What the fuck? Bonk. Told you volleyball sucks. Yeah, I didn't realize that was the reason why it sucked. Urgh. So, overall, oh my god. Overall, this is what I can tell about, like, the difficult fights in this game. Getting openings is way harder. Like, getting openings to, like, punish people with a big thing is way harder in this game than in any previous Yakuza game. But when you punish people in this game, you can punish them really well. And I feel like that's a big thing. Like, if you actually get a back combo on someone, they're fucking screwed in this, as you just saw. Getting a back combo, like, getting a combo on someone's back fucks them over. In the previous games, people could still block in the middle of a back combo, or they would find a way to jump out of it. But you could get around people's blocks and stuff like that a lot easier. I feel like getting through someone's defenses is harder in this game, but punishing once you do is easy. Or you can just Kamaki parry and Tiger Drop. That also works too. Alright, come on, fight me. Fight me! Oh, he has Resolve. He can actually... Damn, he going for it. Okay. Okay, I see what your thing is. Oh, there we go. Oh. I forgot Dragon King Essence is red heat only. My bad. My bad. Wow, I had like 3 frames to actually get the thing up there. Wow. Like, look at how fucked people get when you do that. It's so good. Look, it's only taken several games and hundreds of hours, but I'm starting to appreciate Yakuza combat specificness. Like, I'm starting to understand what the games want from you and how to go about things. I'm starting to understand. I didn't get it at all in 0. I got it a little bit in 1. 2, I got it, but your options were way more limited, and it was just finding different ways to abuse extreme mode. Okay, so when you win the first time, you get a lot of levels. When you win after that, do you not get as many levels? That's concerning. Titles are awarded prize money to fans. Popular experience and necessary to gain title. Popular is not game by fighting. Normally it's game by fighting in a way that excites and amazes spectators. Full use of your skills to do all of that. Experience is gained. It's almost build your experience. Yep. Okay. How do I know what my titles are? Is it Sashishtis? Purgatory's Rising Star. Rising Star? But I'm so good. I want to... Oh, I'm basically full on everything. Fine, I'll dump an item. Jesus Christ. I just want to see what I can buy. And whether the grinding's worth it. And then realize the grinding is not worth it. I did the first 2 Colosseums, like entries, and I didn't even get, like, enough points to enter the other things. You can get more of these here. You can get more of these here. Plastic shin guards, black belt, calming tower, lowers the heat. No. No, steel shin guards. The charismatic photo is always back. Block of brass and steel. And a lot of that stuff. And I assume that as you level up, the shop expands its categories. Okay. Okay. So how do I know how many points I have and how much I need to, like, get? Like, I have fight statistics here, but it doesn't tell me much. How do I know when I have enough to unlock stuff or how much I need to get stuff? Like, currently, it's just not telling me anything about how to go about unlocking more. Which I feel like it, at the very least, did that in previous games. How much do you have to do to get further? And it says find exciting ways. Is that using heat or like... The game is giving me very little information about how to do this. I want to do more because I want to, like, do the combat and stuff like that. But I'd just be repeating the first 2 until I unlock something else. It did, and you just need to grind out tournaments. So... I don't even know how many times I'd need to do this before I unlocked more. Look, Colosseum is fun. It's fun to do combat and stuff like that. And again, if I was playing through this series and I wasn't streaming it, I would play it differently. I'd be willing to invest time in, like, I'd have a day where I just do that for like a couple hours, right? But being a streamer, it's hard content to, like, do a lot of because it's just fighting. Which is it's enjoyable to play, but if I was to just do fighting and nothing else for grinding, there's that. I don't understand the popularity, I just keep fighting. Okay. Does Cyrix Z's guide understand the fighting, or does Cyrix Z just recommend just keep fighting? Because that's when you know it's fucked, if that's what the recommendation is from him. Him. I think Cyrix Z's pronouns here. Hey, him. I feel like I remember saying that on Twitter, but I'm not actually 100% sure now that I think about it. In general, each tournament 3 times. I'm not doing that. I did 3 in total just then. Guys, yes, each tournament 3 times, unlock another one. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not doing that on camera. Like, I might fuck around with it in my own time. But yeah. Well, I don't dislike the Colosseum. I don't. I don't. Like, the Colosseum is just an UG thing, just because I'm a streamer, nothing else. like the hostess stuff is UG, even if I wasn't a streamer, except for the last 2, which I'm glad that it ended on a positive note at least. But like Colosseum isn't UG. It's just I don't think it's super interesting for this. Plus more to get each opponent. True. Is it like in the previous games where you have to do stuff around town or encounter people or finish sub stories, and then those people will appear as a fighter down there? Because I imagine it would be. I feel like Colosseum's been a consistent enough things in the game that if I'm asking a question of, is this how it works, it's probably a yes. It's just the popularity thing that it literally doesn't tell you in this game, where it used to. Actually, you know, maybe. Wait. How do I do the thing? 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 Running towards 4 or more enemies. Yeah, let's go! Oh, QTEs. Ugh! Dash around. Oh, God. Oh! Holy shit! Damn. Damn. Now, I will admit, that one got a bit more anime and choreographed than some of the others. That one was a bit more ridiculous. Colosseum really sucks for Hundo. This is why people don't do Hundo. This is why people don't go for completion lists in Yakuza games. I say, knowing one day I might. The best crowd control heat move? Honestly, I don't even know if you need to put the sentence crowd control on there. I mean, having a heat move that does a ton of damage to 4 people is fan-fucking-tastic. Like, that is a very efficient use of heat compared to damage. But, just visually wise, oh my god. Out of those people, the way he took down the 3rd one's my favorite. The 3rd person just goes fucking flying. That's amazing. That is incredible. I love that shit. Anyway, are we ready to move on? I feel like I've asked this like several dozen times, but we're like totally fine, right? Like we've done everything.
Sure, yeah.
We've done like fucking 90 odd, 98, Jesus Christ. something choreography. This game's good as its 8 moves. Carry like flash around the battlefield is pretty anime. Yeah, that's one of the like again, it's the revelations. It's all the revelation ones. All the revelation ones are ridiculous. That is the consistent trend. Ones that Kiryu just understands or like works with martial artists to do are all like grounded and raw as shit. All the ones he gets from the revelations, which is just encountering wacky shit around town, those heat moves are wacky, right? And I love that. I love seeing that. He has a fucking Luigi missile on one of them, like for fuck's sakes. Kiryu, what took you so long? Date, we don't have time to get into it. God, you do not even want to understand how much has taken me so long to get here. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Date-san. I got here as fast as I could. Kiryu lied. Don't worry about it. Gotta say, though, Tamiya ringing you up is a pretty unexpected development. Yeah, no, it's very fucking weird and sus. Yeah. Hopefully meeting him will clear some things up. Hope so. And don't forget that Tamiya is one of the biggest political figureheads in the country. Who knows what he could be planning. That's what I mean. This is sus as fuck. Show Date a collage of all the various dates. I'm pretty sure we also had yeah, we also had sub-stories in the meantime. I'm pretty sure we did the Mars fighters during this and shit like that. In other words, we should be ready for anything. You good to go? I have like one spare slot of like not used for healing items, and I've got like weapons and good gear on. Let's fucking do this. Oh my god, actual story. Everyone is stunned and flabbergasted. Great. Time to swing by the Millennium Tower then. And it explodes when we get there! Ah! I was about to say, fuck, we're with Date. We're gonna do some tag team heat moves. But I forgot they don't exist in this game outside of the Colosseum. Hiccup. Hiccup. Hey, Dade, do you want to introduce yourself to this dude? I just beat him up. It was anime as fuck. You would have loved it. You would have loved it. Is it wrong to say ACAB except Date? Wait, he's a journalist. It's finally. Thankfully, no Date sub-stories. I honestly, I should have asked, shouldn't I? I should have asked because, fuck me, there was a possibility. Because, goddamn. Tower didn't explode this game. It just got shot up by a helicopter attack. Technically better. Not good. Also, we're not at the end of the game yet. There's still plenty of time for this tower to blow up. You must be Kazuma Kiryu-sama. Sama, oh shit. And you're Tamiya's driver, right? Actually, his secretary. You can call me Higaki, sir. And you're from the media, yes? Yup, name's Date, from Kaihin News. Used to hang my hat with the Force, though. That's how I know Kiryu. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm afraid I can't allow a reporter to. Now hold your horses. What we have here is a prominent government official arranging a private meeting with the ex-chairman of a major crime syndicate. If you don't let me come, I'll have to write an article based on that info alone. And who knows what kind of conclusions I can draw from that. I mean, like, that says a lot. Again, it's really fucking weird that... Not even let's meet somewhere in private. No, come to the fucking Diet. Like, Jesus Christ. But, sorry, but I think it's for the best if you let Date-san come with us. We promise he won't write anything about anything he hears today. Right, Date-san? Yeah, sure. Very well then. Please get in the car when you're ready, sir. Alright. Let's hop onto the Diet. How badly will this go? Very well, sir. Just get in the car and we'll be on our way. I was about to say, am I going to be on the highway and is Higeki going to hand me a gun? And I have to shoot off people on the highway. Jesus fucking Christ. This is happening, isn't it? This is fucking happening, isn't it? So far, issue-free. Which is... sus as hell. Hi, Tamiya. Why? I have so many fucking questions. All of them are variations on why.
そっちは
京浜新聞社の伊達だ。鈴木と登場会の癒着を追っていた。
あの有名な元刑事の分野か。
Ah, he does know Date. Okay.
お前らも一杯やるか。
Yeah.
I mean, that shit looks fancy. I'd say yes anyways. Tamiya likes it up the butt from Kiryu.
お前、
That's what he's
沖
gonna
縄
write.
の例の
You
リ
sure
ゾ
about
ート
that?
予定地で養護施設をやってるんだってな。
Yep.
それが原因で堂島大吾も土地買収の話を断ったそうじゃないか。
何が言いたい？
お前とこの民谷隆三、互いに利害が一致してるってことだ。
Literally how? You want to build a defense base there?
どういうことだ？
お前はあのリゾート開発が止まればいいと思っている。
ああ、
It's not even just bad for Kiryu, it's bad for Okinawa. No one in Okinawa fucking wants it.
あのリゾート開発が止まればいいと思っている。
なんだと？あんた何を言ってるんだ？
あのリゾートがなければ、あんたは基地拡大法案を通せないん
He's
だ。
literally relying on this to try and become prime
そう
minister.
だな。
Isn't it? Isn't he?
それはもういいんだ。
もういい。なぜ？
簡単だ。あの法案 俺は初めから通す気がなか
Hey,
った
you
か
being
らだ。
blackmailed or what the fuck's going on?
聞かせてくれ。沖縄の基地拡大とリゾート開発、
What is going on?
その全てについて。
俺もお前たちに頼みたいことがある。
And Kiryu's willing to do a favor. Considering, you know, if learning anything here helps us fucking stop the resort from happening, saves the orphanage, he's gonna do it. It's for his fucking kids. I was about to say I'm wondering if this is multiple choice, but I feel like it's not going to be multiple choice because it's a story cutscene. Purpose of the military expansion bill.
あんたの沖縄米軍基地拡大の本当の狙いってのは何なんだ？
Said you had
俺の
questions.
本当
I'm gonna
の
ask him.
狙い。それは世界で暗躍する組織の正体を暴き、その組織を潰すことだ。
利権絡みのマフィアか何かか。
そんな簡単なもんじゃない。俺が追いかけているのは通称
Black
ブラックマンデーと呼ばれている組織だ。
ブラックマンデー。
Said that dude who fought us at one time?
あの伝説の武器密輸組織のことじゃないのか。
The white dude in the
さすがは
suit?
分野だ。
Or like the black outfit?
よく知
The
って
dude
る
who
な。
looks like a mon.
1987年、あの世界大恐慌の引き金になったニューヨーク株式市場の株価大暴落を裏で操っていたとさえ言われる武器商人アンドレ・リチャードソンを中心とした武器密輸集団、通称ブラックマンデー。俺はその正体を知るためにあの沖縄米軍基地拡大を仕掛けた。
ブラックマンデーの正体を知るためだと？どういうことだ？
知っての通り、基地拡大の最大の目的は日米で共同開発する BMD の配備だ。その開発の裏では超単位の金が動いている。設計図だけでもとてつもない価値を秘めているんだ。
とてつもない価値。
日本の最先端の技術とアメリカの兵器開発のノウハウの結晶。沖縄の基地拡大法案による新 BMD 配備は他のどの国が逆立ちしても売ることができない最強の防衛兵器の誕生を意味する。実現すれば中東を含めたアジア一帯の国々は今後十数年日本に手出しすることはできない。
そんなものが沖縄に。
日米共同開発の BMD は世界の防衛バランスを変えるほどの代物なんだ。と一応世界的にはそういうことになっている。
一応だと？
ああ、そうだ。そういった風評があることが重要だったんだ。
どういうことだ？
世界最新の兵器開発。それを欲しがる奴らが動き出すってことだ。
まさかそ
Possibly
の欲しが
some
ってるや
form
つっての
of
が
terrorist
ブラックマンデー
organization?
その通り。世界中に武器を売りつける武器密輸組織ってのは常に最先端の技術を欲している。もしその技術が日米以外の国に流れたら世界の防衛バランスを崩壊させるほどの技術。奴らが指を加えたまま見ている
You're
はず
literally
がない
putting all of this effort
新
into
BMD は
pretending
ブ
to
ラッ
build
ク
a
マンデー
resort
をおびき出
base
すための餌ってことか。
just to get them to try and get it so you can find them? Jesus.
あくまでその
That is a
Black
big
Monday
fucking thing to
ってやつを誘い
do
出すために
just to try and take out a terrorist cell. They must be a
とはい
big
え
deal.
俺は本気で法案を通す形が必要だった。そのために俺は鈴木にリゾートの話を提案し、奴に利権を一手に渡すと持ちかけ、基地拡大法案とセットの形で進めてきた。
Jesus Christ.
つまり俺以外全ての国民を騙す必要があったんだ。そのくらいのことをしなければならなかったんだよ。
だがあんたはもう法案を通す気がないと言ったな。それはつまり
They're already here.
ああ、 ようやくブラックマンデーの尻尾をつかむことができたというわけだ。
じゃああんたの目的は花から鈴木との総裁選にはなかったってことか。
そんなものは小っぱの政治家気取りが欲しがるもんだ。俺には全く興味がない。
This job's enough stress as it is. Fuck that.
アメリカも関わるほどの大掛かりな作戦、あんた一人で実行できるもんじゃねえだろ。
その通りだ。それについても話しておかなければならんな。
You see, pretend defense to make weapons or to fight terrorists. It's the opposite of America. Oof. Oof. I will say, the shit Kiryu has gotten himself involved in this time around seems to be slightly elevated in stakes compared to previous games. Just slightly. Just slightly. Just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. Just a teeny tiny tip. I mean, that's always been a thing. Like, that's always been some form of element. Like, you had fucking, I forget his name. The dude from the Majima, thing in Kiwami 2. His idea was to consolidate, like, all the things together with the government. Jingu from fucking 1, that was his fucking plan. To, like, basically make the government into Yakuza 1 so he could rule the fucking country and stuff like that. Obviously, everything to do in 0 is about securing this one tiny little patch of land, and now the Millennium Tower exists. Like, the plots always go to the point where it's just like, all of these little things are connected to something that is really fucking massive. But, like, literal, like, government planning a military base to find a international terrorist cell does feel elevated from the previous things that we've been doing. It does feel slightly elevated. Tamiya came up with the military expansion bill to lure out international arms smuggling syndicate known as Black Monday. Their leader, Andre Richardson, would no doubt be drawn in by the BMD system they're proposing for Okinawa. In other words, the only reason Tamiya was so insistent on the military expansion was so he could stamp out Black Monday once and for all. He has to be working with someone, though. Someone with connections to the US Army. A person holds the key to all this, which I ask about next. The Man Who Shot Daigo. That's our next question.
ダイゴを撃った犯人を知らないか。
それは俺にもわからん。
This is a lot of exposition, I will say that, yes, and it's literally called the plot.
あの風間に似てるって男のことか。素性も目的もさっぱりだからな。
ああ。
待て、風間だと？そいつが堂島大吾を撃ったのか？
何か知っているのか？
俺の知っている風間とお前らの知ってるその男が同一人物なら
Well, sure shit on the other Kazuma, because he kind of died from a grenade like 4 years ago.
あんたの知っている風間ってのは一体誰なんだ？
I mean, the dude said he was Kazuma's brother.
風間ジョージ。
Joji.
お前のいた東上会の元幹部、風間組組長、風間慎太郎の実の弟だ。
I guess that makes sense if it's younger brother. That's why he looks the same a few years later.
知らなかった。
And yeah, Kiri had no idea. Kiri had no fucking idea.
そうか。やはり風間は肉親の話をしてなかったのか。
やはり？
ああ。両親を早くに失った風間にとって弟ジョージは血を分けたただ一人の兄弟。何者にも代え難い存在だったからな。
Kazuma was an orphan too. This explains a lot about his
風間にとって
character.
弟ってのがそんなに大切なんだったら、桐生には話していそうなもんだがな。
仲がいいだの悪いだのは関係ない。そういった普通の兄弟関係でいられるような間柄じゃなかったんだ。あの兄弟は。
どういうことだ？
あの二人は決して交わることのない道に進んだからな。
まさか風間の弟の職業って？
警察だ。元警察庁長官官房、国際部国際課、今の外事課の刑事だっ
Yeah,
た。
but Kiri and Data are friends.
それってエリート中のエリートじゃないか。
エリートか。まあ元警察官のお前から
Wasn't
しちゃ
the
そうかも
foreign
しれんな。
affairs like
だが不思議なも
leader
のだ。
in the last game one of the
同じ釜
Jinglion
の
dudes?
飯を
Wasn't he
食い
foreign affairs or was he
日
someone
本と
else?
いう国の未来を共に案じた人間が片やこうして議事堂の真ん中で昼間から酒をかっくらい、片やアメリカのために必死に動いてるんだからな。
何言ってんだ。あんたもしかして。
ジョージと俺は警察庁の同期、唯一無二の親友だ。
Oh, okay.
何？あんたと風間の弟が？
I mean, if he's Minister of Defense, makes sense.
今回の沖縄に絡んだ一連の
He
事
came
件
up with
も
that. Jesus.
全ては俺とジョージで仕組んだことだったんだ。
仕組んだだと？一体どういうことだ？
俺が計画の絵を描き、ジョージは組織を使ってそれを実行した。
じゃあおやっさんの弟が大悟を撃ったというのも計画のためだったというのか。
おそらくは。
風間の弟の組織ってのは何なんだ？今も警察の下で動いてるのか？
違う。あいつはもう日本の警察の人間
I
じゃ
mean,
な
the
い。
last time we saw the dude, he was fucking speaking English.
今は何を？
He's the American link.
あいつはアメリカの
Literally the CIA. Literally the CIA.
アメリカ中央情報局の極東担当の諜報員だ。
So it's literally CIA.
他に聞きたいことはあるか？
Motherfucker is literally CIA. Tama and Joji Kazuma, nature of the CIA, and younger brother Shintaro Kazuma are working together to bring down an arms smuggling syndicate called Black Monday. I mean, that makes a lot of sense then why Joji would save us. Because we're not an enemy of Joji's. The question is... If Tamiya's idea is not to actually make the base go ahead, why is Joji going around shooting people like Daigo and Nakahara to make it happen? And also, when Daigo saw Joji, there was a white dude with him, who we came across later. Is that dude part of Black Monday? And if so... A strange living in America worked for CIA, but Kazuma still makes time to contact him about Kiryu's beautiful eyes. And, well, again, it does seem like they were still, like, connected to each other, right? Like, they were still close siblings and stuff like that. But, like, if other people in the Tojo clan found out that, oh, this dude who's like one of the highest leading captains of the fucking Tojo clan, if they find out that, yo, his brother's fucking CIA, that causes problems. On the other side, if they find out that someone who works in the CIA is just like, yeah, this dude's like a high-ranking dude in like the largest fucking Yakuza clan in Japan. Yeah, I can see why they're not telling anyone about that. I mean, like, that is secretive enough that Kazuma didn't tell Kiryu. Think about how secretive it would be for Kazuma to not tell Kiryu. I mean, to be fair, Kazuma does hide secrets from Kiryu, but still. As the dictionary definition of a conflict of interest. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, Kashiwagi didn't tell us where Daigo is. And it's like a similar thing. So it's like if you tell anyone, then it opens up like risks, even for Kazuma to tell his kid that. By the way, I will say, it is also just like learning that little bit of information. Shintaro was an orphan too. That makes a lot more sense now. Like that explains a bunch, doesn't it? That explains a bunch, doesn't it? About why he cares so much about taking care of the orphanage. Why, like, he helps out Sunflower the way that he did. Why he took basically 2 orphans to be his children. And stuff like that. Which, again, is another way that Kiryu's reflecting his father. Because Kiryu grew up an orphan and knows how difficult that life is. So what's Kiryu gone and done now? Run an orphanage. Like, there's definitely a lot here of Kiryu is like in some capacities, following in the footsteps of Kazuma. And it's also interesting that in the game where that's happening, the closest thing we can have to Kazuma is here, which is his brother. But again, the question is, which he'll probably explain like when I continue asking, why would, if Joji's working with Tamiya, why would he like go so far to make the deal happen that he shoots Daigo and Nakahara? If that's the case, why did Kazuma-san's brother shoot Daigo? I need to know what the CIA is really after here. The CIA is probably, wild guess, the CIA is probably trying to double cross and get the plans themselves, and then they'll sell it to Black Monday, because that's the CIA that I and everyone else knows.
あんたの頼みたいことってのは何なんだ。
二人の男を救ってやってほしい。
誰なんだ、そいつらは。
一人は俺の秘書だった男、トーマ。
秘書だったって、なんで過去形なんだ。
From this, according to
トーマは
Tamiya's CIA,
2 週
is
間
no
前
fact.
勝手に俺の秘書を辞めたよ。
どうしてだ。
トーマは俺の基地拡大法案の裏にある本当の狙いを知ってしまった。
Yeah, the CIA probably wants
だか
the
ら
actual BMD to
リゾート
happen.
開発計
They
画
don't
を
want
動
it
か
to
せ
be a
る
plan to
男に
try
す
and
る
get
よ
Black
った。
Monday.
それは誰だ。
極道だよ。
何？
東上会直系白
fuck's
鵬
sakes,
会
Mene!
会長峰義孝だ。
For fuck's sakes, Mine!
おい、それどういうことなんだ。
こうなった以上、トーマから峰に秘密が漏れる危険が高い。その前にあいつはトーマの口を封じようと動くはずだ。
あいつ、それがあんたの言うもう一人の男か。
そうだ。そうならないようあんたに止めてほしいんだ。
Was Choma the dude with Daigo? Back when we were at
風間ジョージだ。
Nakara's place? Was that Toma?
他に聞きたいことはあるか。
Toma was the dude with Daigo, okay. Toma joined up with Mine once he learned what Tamiya was really after. And now Joji Kazuma is trying to silence Toma before he can spill any of Tamiya's secrets. So it looks like I'll need to stop Joji. Fun. But why did Toma join Mine in the first place? And what does Mine have to do with the resort? I need to know more. I feel like you can work out some of that in your own hero. It was dead set on the plan 16 because he thought it was good for the good of Okinawa, so of course he'd be pissed if he found out it was fake. Yeah, like I saw Toma for like a couple seconds, so I don't remember exactly what he said, but yeah, if he thought that like the resort military base was for the best for it, yeah, of course he would jump ship if he finds out that it's fake. And stuff like that. And what's Mine got to do with it? Mine is basically figured that he's going to control the Tojo clan. And that doing the resort deal is the best thing for the Tojo clan. I feel like you can work that one out, Mine. Kiryu. Also, we fucking know that, although, to be fair, the dude before, whose name I now forget, Tama something, the dude who kidnapped the kid, was he working for Tamiya or Suzuki? See, all of these details when we were actually talking about the result plan and stuff like that were back when we were Ryukyu, and that was like 40 hours ago, gameplay time. And since we've come back, it's been dealing with the inner turmoils of the Tojo clan, and now we're getting back to what was happening like closer to the beginning of the game. We got here, and we got slightly distracted by Hamazaki and Kanda. We got slightly distracted by those. Tamashiro was working for the Tojo clan, so I think he was with Tamiya since Daigo was with Toma. True. That makes sense, yeah. The CIA.
風間のおやっさんの実の弟。その男が CIA の諜報員として日本で活動していると。
例の武器密輸組織 CIA は
The CIA
あれを
has
追
been
い
trying to
か
find
け
the
ている。
smugglers.
俺はジョージと協力してブラックマンデーの尻尾を掴んで潰そうとしているんだ。
じゃあ風間の弟は日本の警察を辞め CIA に入り、今はアメリカのために活動していると。
ああ。
だがそんな奴がどうして次々と謎の発砲を繰り返すようなことしたんだ。
やはり大悟や中原といった人間を撃ったのはおやっさんの
Here, you've
弟
known
な
this
のか。
for a while.
わからん。だがその可能性が高い。
You saw the drawing.
なぜそんなことを。
今回の一件、CIA の諜報員への命令は1、沖縄をめぐる基地拡大法案に絡んだブラックマンデーの動向を探ること。2、そのために障害となる対象はそのことごとくを排
Even
除
if
す
the
ること。
military base isn't gonna fully go ahead,
排除か？
anyone who slows down the process of
その任務
it,
の
if
ため
people
に
think it may not go ahead.
土地買収を断った人間を撃ったと。
だが CIA の諜報員はジョージだけじゃない。すでにお前も何度か命を狙われているはずだ。
まさかあの黒スーツの男たち。
Oh, those
そ
dudes.
う、お前を襲った外国人は
Oh,
皆
no, they're
CIA が
CIA.
手を回した
Okay.
諜報員だ。お前は沖縄のリゾート開発を中止させようと動いていたからな。
Okay, they're CIA. Okay.
それじゃもしかして柏木を撃ったのも。
CIA だ。
おやっさんの弟はどうして日本人なのにそこまでして。
It wasn't any of the fucking captains.
ジョージにとって CIA は己の生きてきた人生の全てだ。
すべて。
Jesus Christ.
お前らに話してもわかるまいが、今から30年前、日本という保守的な国家で警察官の肉親に極道関係者がいるとなれば、それだけで迫害を受ける時代だった。
Unlike now, no conservatism
ジョージ
whatsoever
は
in the
実の
country.
兄が極道、しかも東上会という大組織の顔役であることが原因で、自分の正義を貫くことすらできず警察を去った。そんなジョージに手を差し伸べたのがアメリカ
Oh,
とい
so
う
it was
国だった
exposed. And then he went to
能
the
力
CIA.
があれば国籍や人種を問わない自由の国で、ジョージは新たな人生を手に入れたんだ。
だから CIA のためならばどんなことでもやると。
他に聞きたいことはあるか？
Ah, yes, the CIA. Who cares if your brother's a crime boss? That might even be a plus. Come work with us. Again, that's the CIA that we know and love. America, where only skill matters and not who you're related to. Yeah, definitely. That's exactly what America's like. 100% what America is like. Definitely America. Pure meritocracy. Literally nothing else. That's the America that we know. I think it's more so meant to be saying... your skills are what matters. If you're doing crimes, who cares? Rather than anything else. CIA needed to lure military expansion bill... needed his military expansion bill to stay afloat so they could lure Black Monday out into the open. And I guess Black Monday may never come out and show themselves if they think the deal's not going to go ahead because the land can't be sold. So even if the base has no intention of actually going ahead, they still need to make sure that it looks like it will. Which, that makes sense. And I was under CIA orders that Joji shot Daigo for refusing to take my lands. Guess CIA is almost like a second family to him now, after what happened during his time on the force. That explains why he's so loyal to the US government. What should I ask about? I will say it's funny whenever the word US comes up, because clearly, like, there's some automated system that makes sentences pop up in the dialogue at the bottom, because it normally stops and pauses after a sentence, but because US has U.S. it pauses for a second, thinking it's the end of a sentence before it says the word government. There's clearly an automatic system that is just meant to pace it out. Because you'll notice, at the end of sentences, it pauses for a second and then continues on. Like when you're talking. At the end of a sentence, you take a pause for a second. But it's just funny that, like, the U.S. makes the system that, like, lays out the text think it's a sentence. So it pauses before it continues. If you're doing crimes, who cares? Now there's the CIA. Now you can do international war crimes. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Alright, what's Mine up to? Even though I think we can work that one out ourselves.
トーマが基地拡大法案を通過させるためにリゾート開発の土地買収を頼んだ先が
I mean, Toma was literally with Daigo before, so you probably think that Mine's the next
そ
in
の
line
話は
anyway.
おかしいな。死んだ柏木の話によれば、リゾート開発の土地買収を進めていたのは鈴木と風間、それに風間とつながっている東上会の組織ってことになるはずだ。
だが事実はそうではない。
I mean, it's Yakuza game.
そもそも2年前の玉城組の土地買収騒動以来、リゾート開発の土地
The
買収は行わ
Tamashiro
れて
incident.
い
You
な
mean
か
me
った。
beating the shit out of him?
なんだと？じゃあなんで風間は中原を撃ってまで土地の権利書を奪ったんだ？
The amount of
基地
times.
拡大法案を
The
進め
amount
る
of
ため
times that Date has gone Nandato
リゾート
in
予定地の
this.
買収が進ま
It's
ない
happened
な
like
ら
10 times now.
同時に基地拡大法案も止まってしまう。そうなればブラッ
Yeah.
クマンデーの尻尾がつ
Yeah.
かめない。
If Black Monday
だから
thinks the
強
land
引
deal
な
won't
手
go
段
through,
で
then
土地
there's
の
that,
権利
yeah.
書を中原という男から奪い、土地の買収を推し進めようとしたんだ。
東上会を使ってか。
ああ、CIA は堂島大吾を動かすためネックとなっていた朝顔がある土地の権利書を奪い、土地買収の協力を持ちかけた。だが
大悟は土地の買収を断った。だから撃たれたのか。
そういうこと
I mean, Daigo went to pull out his gun
そして
first.
トーマは峰にリゾートの土地買収の話を持
Actually,
ち
no, it was when the gun was pointed at him, then he went to grab
ト
it.
ーマはリゾートの利権その全てを峰に渡すという条件で協力するよう求めたんだろう。
利権のすべてを渡すだと？そんなことしてトーマに何のメリットがあるんだ？
トーマという名前から奴が沖縄の人間だということは知ってるな。
1年前直接本人から聞いた。
今から3年前トーマは沖縄の発展を夢見て政治の世界へと足を踏み入れた。そこでトーマは沖縄の米軍基地拡大とリゾート計画のことを知り、沖縄のためになるならと
Even though no one else in Okinawa wants it.
あいつは沖縄を豊かにしたいと話していた。
トーマの目的は最初から沖縄の発展しかない。あいつは1年前にリゾートの土地買収とヤクザがつながっていることが発覚しそうになった時にも基地拡大まで共倒れにならないよう俺を東上会の堂島に引き合わせ丸く収めさせた。だがあいつは初めから基地拡大のことはどうでもよくてリゾート開発計画のことしか
The
頭にな
result
か
would
っ
do the best for it because it's an economy.
じゃあトーマは堂島大吾とあんたを引き合わせた時に東上会の連中峰とも知り合ったというのか？
た。だが奴は1年経って法案がフェイクであることを知ってしまった。だから強硬に土地買収を進められる力を求めて白鵬会にすり寄っていった。トーマと峰は互いの利害が一致して手を組んだんだ。
なるほどな。だがあれだけ六代目に忠実だった峰が東上会を裏切ろうとしていたとはな。
峰という男は
I don't think Mina considers it betraying the clan.
今回の一連の騒動で
I don't
東上会の
think Mina
事実上の
considers it
トップは
betraying the
あの男
clan.
のはずだ。黙っていればより上のポストが約束されているのに何を考えているのか。
Kazuma-san's brother and the CIA were promoting the military expansion bill to destroy Black Monday, while Toma and Mine were throwing their weight behind the resort. I think I'm finally starting to see the whole picture here. I mean, we've had literally, what, half an hour plus of exposition? I hope you're starting to finally see the whole picture. This game really feels like it got to a point where they realized, we haven't actually, like, explained what the plot is. Here it is! Literally the plot. Literally the plot. Like, we had so much stuff of just dealing with, like, Kiryu and the kids, meeting up with the Ryudo clan and, like, Rikiya, Nakahara, and stuff like that. All of this stuff of messing around with, like, Kanda and his love hotel, Hamazaki and him just fucking disappearing because we took care of Lau Ka Long instead. Like, it really does feel like the entire game is focused on all of this stuff that has nothing to do with, like, the actual military base. That they've now realized, oh wait, fuck, this actual resort deal is, like, the reason that Kiryu came to Kamurocho. We kind of need to focus on it, and we're already on chapter 9. Here's this exposition. Take it. So this many times before, the pacing in this game is not great. I mean, when you were talking about the not great pacing, I thought you were referring mainly to, like, the Kiryu, the dad stuff, which is long as shit, but I enjoy it because it shows a lot of Kiryu's character growth since him being really far down, like, emotionally and mentally stable-wise in Yakuza 2. So I think all the Kiryu the dad stuff is good. It's literally just the fact that the game starts mise-en-scène that makes that stuff drag on, because you know there's a dramatic plot happening, and then you've got to spend several hours not getting to it. I thought you were also referring to that, but then this also happens, and yeah, I get it. That'll be a big part of it. Such as how often we're right on the edge of a plot progression, then we just come to a full stop. How, like, it was a joke before of just, like, are we gonna get to Tokyo? We're almost at, nope, something interrupts you. Okay, we're going to Tokyo, nope, something stops you. Alright, we're finally gonna go to, nope, something stops you. And it just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. Like, the thing is, I think I like a lot of the story elements in this game, but I will completely agree the way they're pieced together is fucking weird. All the shit happening behind the scenes. I mean, like, shit happens behind the scenes in other Yakuza games, right? But it's like, the villains who are scheming and who are the shitbags who are more irrelevant, right? Like, you've got the dude in Kiwami 2 who's just like, I was secretly orchestrating everything. I was even controlling Tarada. And it's just like, the whole point is that him being a schemey, conniving shit behind the scenes the entire game means he matters so little you don't even get a fucking boss fight with him, right? Like, that character's job is literally to exist as, hey, schemers and deceivers who work behind the scenes and don't put themselves on the line for their own ideals and beliefs are meaningless. Fuck those people. Like, that's literally, like, you think you're gonna get a boss fight with him and Ryuji says, nope, this ain't happening. This is between us, motherfucker. Jinju is like a whole, he exists for Ryuji to light him the fuck up, and nothing else. Nothing else. He's introduced as one of the big people with, like, Sengoku and stuff like that, and it's just, he doesn't, the whole point of his character is that he doesn't fucking matter because he's a manipulative scumbag. Who gives a shit about him? He can't do anything himself. Fuck that guy. Jinju's the same in fucking 1. Jinju's just like, oh, I'm a politician. I'm working behind the scenes to get all of this done and stuff like that. And it's just like, he just comes in at the end to try and steal everything, and he fucking fails, and shit like that, right? I mean, Awano in fucking Yakuza 0 is the same. Awano's story at the end, which is weird because he murders a woman in cold blood for no fucking reason, which obviously there's murder in these games, but, like, that was literally for nothing. Like, he didn't even gain anything out of it, so it was just to... And then they give him a redemptive story at the end with Majima. But his whole thing was just like, he was just like, fuck, right at the end of my life, I realized that all of this time that I spent scheming and giving a shit about stuff that wasn't, like, fighting for my ideals and stuff like that was meaningless. Whereas Kuze, the person who was just, like, torturing the shit out of Tachibana and stuff like that, and all of this stuff and beating up people, he's shown as, like, the strong, resilient one that Kiryu learned something from and stuff like that. Like, the game obviously has its ideas about, like, people who fight for themselves versus people who are schemers and stuff like that. It obviously has its own opinions on that, which I, like, semi-agree with. Semi-agree with, in some capacities. Like, I get why they do it. Like, I get why they do it for character reasons and stuff like that. So it's weird in this game that everything is behind the scenes. Kiryu has been involved in so little of it. Even fucking Hamazaki. Even, like, they introduce, like, they have a whole thing when you first fly to Tokyo. Yo, here are these 3 dudes. One of them is like a money dude who's just a businessman. One of them is this racist dude who blows up a Chinese man's shop, and the other dude is this fucking creepy sex pervert, right? Like, they go out of their way to introduce those 3, and then they reintroduce those 3 when you're talking about, when you see them all talking to Kashiwagi and stuff like that. And then you talk with Date about all of them, and Hamazaki's just gone. Hamazaki's just, oh, I guess he just I guess the Chinese triad just killed him because Lau Ka Long died. Here's the symbolism of the bigger fish eating the smaller fish. Dude of Yokohama's gone. Fuck that guy. And it's just like, even that shit happens on fucking screen, right? And it's like, okay. Kanda doesn't die off screen, but like, you have a flashback with Mine to it. You beat up Kanda and leave him there. And then he gets killed off screen by one of the villain dudes. A lot of stuff happens off screen in this game. And like, Kiryu's always late to this stuff and doesn't show up on time and like fucks up things, which like was part of Mine's point. Which was part of Mine's point when he was talking to him. But in this game, it's just like, but everything's happening off screen. Like, everything. Don't get me wrong, like, I enjoy what the story is, and I enjoy, like, the thematics of it, of just, like, Kiryu trying to move on, but things from his past keep coming up to him and stuff like that, but also it's showing him with character growth compared to the stuff. I like that stuff, but it's just the way it's put together and the way that it's paced is really dumb. It's dumb. Like, it's dumb. Kiryu just wants to stay home and fish, man. I need to catch a tuna every day for dinner with my bare fucking hands. That we literally spent like several hours digging around with these random people in Tojo Clan who didn't matter, just to sit across from this old dude in an office and talk exposition and plot for half an hour, and now we know everything. Like, we know everything at this point. What's there left to learn?
CIA の任務を止めろというのか。
そうだ。トーマを守ってやってほしい。
どうして CIA はトーマを殺す必要があるんだ。
奴は知りすぎたんだ。この法案の裏に CIA が関与していることも。
He's gonna tell someone some bullshit.
法案がフェイクだということも。
Beat the entire CIA.
じゃあ
This will go well.
CIA はそのことを封印するために。
Sorry, I'll let Simon in America. She can cover first. I don't know if she will after she'll end up with bang 10 people.
できればあの二人を助けてやりたいんだ。
でもトーマはあんたの計画を邪魔した男だろう。どうして今になってかばうようなこと。
強い信念を持った人間はいずれ大きな志を抱く。そしてそれを実現する。俺の恩師が教えてくれたことだ。トーマは純粋でまっすぐだ。
Tom is a good person, but he's gonna get himself killed with all the shit that he knows. My questioning is, why does he ask, why are we saving Kazuma? No, like, obviously we don't want Kazuma to die. This dude literally grew up with him. But who are we saving Kazuma from? Who's trying to kill Kazuma? Why are we saving Joji Kazuma? Who's trying to kill him? Surely he doesn't think that Toma's gonna kill him.
おやっさんの弟には返さなきゃならない借りもあるからな。
やってくれるか。
あんたのためじゃない。俺はただ朝顔を失いたくないだけだ。
いいだろう。じゃあお前がトーマをジョージから守ってくれたら、沖縄のリゾート開発は俺の手で完全に止める。約束しよう。
Thanks, bro.
トーマは今どこに？
沖縄だ。地元の県議会の議員との会合に向かって
Saving from himself or probably something like that. Understandable.
日本の極道にもまだこんな男がいたとはな。 だが問題はここからだ。
So, Minister of Defense has respect for
Nani
Yakuza.
鈴木の SP だ。
Oh, for fuck's sake. Time to get back home. Back to
手を
Okinawa.
回していたようだ。
どうする桐生。
行くしかないんだろうな。そうなんだろう。
ああ、そうだ。行くしかない。
あの SP とやらどこまで
Surely!
あの SP
Surely
は
a fight
鈴木の
against 100 dudes outside the fucking Diet will not go well for us.
暴れた責任は
Surely
取って
it won't go well for us. You'll assume the responsibility? Dude, you are going to lose your job.
なんだ
This is the Diet. There is a secret tunnel somewhere.
興味ないって言って
Come on.
政治家ってのは皆総理大臣になりたいもんなんじゃないのか。
Do you dream of becoming chairman, Kiryu?
組長ってのはなりたいと言ってなるものなのか。トップとは何かをなし、それを積み重ねてきた人間がいつの間にか勝手になっ
No,
てる
Kiryu
もの
was
だろ
put there because he was fucking Kazuma's kid.
う。違う。
I mean, a little bit his actions, but still.
よし行くか。
ああ、
You know, for a minister of defense, you're not the biggest shitbag I've met. Does it still count as a trap if the person who invited you isn't the one who laid the trap?
これ
I mean, we knew something bad was gonna happen.
だってさ、
Left there by everyone dying and being Kazuma's favorite. Those were our actions. Not dying while everyone else around us
あんたは
did.
記者だ。名刺を見せれば裏から出られるはずだ。
だがそれじゃ
もし俺が捕まったら、真島の兄さんにあんたから。
Majima's got my back if I fuck this up. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. If I fuck this up, Majima will be able to save the orphanage. We're good. All right, let's go! Outside the dirt! Yeah! Fight Club outside the... Oh! Yo! Okay, I just... It's a lot of trust he's putting in Majima. Which tracks, but still. Well, again, like, he has that much trust in Majima because he's willing, like... Again, when he thought Majima betrays just before, he's just like, I'll kill him. Which, I also want to point out... He's putting that much trust in Majima... Fucking, he also put that much trust in Rikia. He literally told Rikia to go back to Okinawa to protect the orphanage. Which, like, damn. Like, the way that they bonded while they were in Kamurocho is just like... Bro, yeah. He's essentially trusting Majima with his kids here, yeah. Like, him trusting Majima and Rikia with his kids says a fucking lot, right? Hey, isn't that guy one of Kiri's best friends? Nah, man, he's got a business card. Don't worry about it. No, the thing I wanted to say, this fight. I think this may be the first fight I've had in a Yakuza game where how there's always a crowd that stands around you and watches you during street fights. Yo, they're actually doing shit in this fight because they pump you away. Like, the people who surround you in a street fight are, like, actively part of the fight in this because they'll push you around. That is cool. Oh, by the way, essence of handing out tissues. Ready, this dude's gonna get fucked! Hell yeah. Hell fucking yes. Hey. How did I do that attack that I just did? I had like a different combo then. I don't know how I did that. I don't even know how I did it. Like, I started with the fist going to the side and then it did some different stuff there. The shot doesn't look impressive, imagining how much that, how that would feel makes my hand twitchy. Well, the thing is, like, it is a powerful slam directly onto the wrist while you're holding their hand in place to make sure that their hand doesn't take the brunt of the force or move away to make the force dissipate with just kinetic energy. Like, fucking ow. Fucking ow. There we go. Nice. Yeah! Get stunned! another one. Oh. Wait, did one go flying or was that the one that I had? I think it's the one that I had. God. No, it's like look at that. That is so cool. It's so cool that like the crowd surrounding you is such a typical feature in the Yakuza games. People always want to watch the hype street fighting, right? And it's so cool that we like actually have a situation where it's being used as like a gameplay mechanic. I mean, especially in this game where in a lot of the street fights, depending on where you are in Kamurocho, the crowd will like run away from you to dynamically move where the combat field is. Where in, like, which they're kind of doing here as well. They will move around, and it's still, if you get too close to it, it's just like, fuck you. This is really cool. It's a mechanic that they've not done before, and I appreciate that. But look at him go! Ow, ow. Whee, sweet. Sweet leg. For fuck's sakes. For fuck's sakes. No! Ugh, fuck you. Go up the stairs! This is probably the worst spot to have this fight. Right, like right on this fucking stairs. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Time to let everyone back into the DA building. Fuck you! Use their own stun guns against them. There we go. Get stunned. Get stunned. Yeah. Yeah. Die, bitch! Oh, stomp right on the dick. Oh, right through the dick. Oh, oh. The classic shot of Kiryu standing at the end of a bunch of people on the fucking ground. That's a lot more people. That's a lot more people. It's almost like it's a government hired thing. Jesus Christ! Majima, you and your fucking trucks, I swear to God! I swear to fucking God! You can't, don't crash a truck into the deer. The Shangri-La was enough. Fucking Christ. Majima was so scared. Also, hey, when Majima starts doing some fucking Majima shit, he's got the fucking snakeskin jacket back on, baby. Thanks, Majima! Thanks, Majima! Why does Camacho keep getting these dramatic trucks? Look, at least it didn't go into the fucking wall of the DN. I don't think we could get out of that. That damn smile every single time. Every single time. Kiryu's just like, Majima's up to some bullshit. I love it. Every time. Majima was so terrified that he killed Kiryu. That is like some of the most scared and worried that I've ever heard Majima be. He was like actually heartbroken at the idea that he thought he just accidentally killed Kiryu. Like he was like panicking. Damn. Damn. Also, thanks, Date. When I said tell Majima what about everything going on, I did not realize Majima's plan would be to drive a truck into here. Finally, to catch another live stream. What have I missed in this part? You have missed the plot. You have missed the plot and a truck. But welcome back, Joestar. Everyone's a fucking orphan, even Mine.
おじさん、ねえ起きてよ。死なないでよ。
したか
おじさん。
したか。よく聞くんだ。吉高は頭がいい。たくさん勉強して偉くなりなさい。
おじさん。
ごめんな。守ってやれなくて。
おじさん。
Secret Koreans versus
誰だ？
片瀬です。
入る。
失礼します。沖縄行きの飛行機手配いたしました。1時間半後羽田発です。
わかった。
That's not good. I mean, we know Toma's down there.
なんだ？
いえ、何でもありません。ただ最近、随分ご無理をされておられるのではないかと。会長にもしものことがあったら、私。
そんな顔しないでくれ。大丈夫だ。
Oh, I can't get a read on Mine at all. I can't get a read on. Look at fucking Martian with the drift.
首謀者の行方は依然としてつかめておらず、引き続き捜索が行われているとのことです。
消してくれ。
警察は今後、国会議事堂周辺の警備を強化するとともに。
Thanks, Marshama. If ever we're in a situation that's a little bit over the top, I can rely on you being extra as fuck to help us get through it.